first of all, I love your books. I got all my friends into them this summer, and I think Jace is brilliant. But my question is, why did you make Jace and Claire think they were siblings? It was torture.
I had this sort of idea about these books and the demon slaying and whatnot, but I had these vague ideas for characters, but they didn't come together. There was nothing, I had nothing to make them connect to each other or for me to feel passionately about them, and so I only like really messed up romance. You might as well know this going forward, because that's the only kind you'll ever get from me. If there's not something really weird going on, I'm not interested. So I was uninterested, and then I read this newspaper article randomly in a magazine that was about these two people who had fallen in love, and then they had found out they were brother and sister. They'd been adopted out to separate families. And it was this, you know, all these interviews with them and interviews with their families, and I kind of went online and tracked that down and tracked down more information about them and how this had happened in a bunch of other cases. And I just thought, well, this is like, I mean, it's like a Greek tragedy. It really has the elements of classic tragedy. There are two people who love each other, and they fell in love in a blameless way, but they absolutely can't be together. You know, this is not a, you know, one of those things where they had a slight misunderstanding. They really, really, really can't be together. And so when I thought that this roadblock is so important, you know, significant, I want to write about it.
Hi, my name is Jenny, and I just finished reading City of Glass a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to know why you decided to kill Max out of all the characters.
Poor Max. Sorry, anybody who's spoiled. Because he doesn't have anything to do with the battle. He's too young to be in it. I wanted the death to be a really egregious death, like stabbing someone in the back would be. If Sebastian just met Alec in the street and they had a fight and he killed him, well, it was a fair fight. It's less awful than killing a 9-year-old who can't fight back. I needed to show that Sebastian was really not like a slightly misguided guy, but really deeply evil, and that he was willing to do these deeply evil things in order to get what he wanted. And I also needed to show that battle, you know, is a terrible, that not only is war terrible for those who fight in it, but war is terrible for those who don't fight, who are on the sidelines, who are theoretically safe, that there is always collateral damage.
Speaking about Sebastian, his body was never found. Would you be giving it away if you would say he might show up in Simon's book?
Sebastian is not the villain in Simon's book.
No, not the villain, just as maybe
like a cab driver? He's not like a cameo. Unfortunately, having left his death somewhat open, anything could have happened to him. He could have gotten washed away. He could really be dead. His body could have vanished. He has so much demon blood that he could die like a demon does, and you know they disappear when they die. But unfortunately, having left it somewhat, yeah, everybody expects Sebastian to show up in Simon's book and like, you know, be like, I want revenge. So that's something that's absolutely not going to happen. Sorry, guys. If he appears, you know, in the books, he'll probably be in dream sequences. People are like, oh, that guy. That's a good question. You know, we could go that way. Like her actual brother and all of her friends are like, you know, the first time we were sympathetic, but the second time, not so much.